The Thursday, November 7th, 2024 annual meeting of the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors will come to order. This meeting is live streaming and Click, our County Legislative Information Center, and the link for that website is included on the top of today's agenda. For our housekeeping rules, first Vice Chair Shea. Testing. Is that better? Okay. This meeting will come to order. It is live streaming in our County Legislative Information Center. That's Click, and the link for that website is included on today's agenda. For our housekeeping rules, first Vice Chair Shea.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Housekeeping rules. For those attending virtually, use video at all times to ensure quorum. Keep microphones muted and only unmute when addressing the board. Use the hand-raising function when you wish to be recognized. Keep this function active until you're called upon. Avoid using the chat function. Make sure you're visible on screen in a bright location. If you lose connection, close your team window and restart Teams from the calendar invite. For those attending in person, raise your hand when you would like to be recognized. Make sure to keep your microphone turned off until you are called upon to speak. Please turn your microphone off once you are done speaking. Should you choose to have the Teams meeting open on your device, make sure to mute your microphone and turn your speakers all the way down. For all supervisors, please maintain a sense of decorum during the floor debate on all items throughout today's meeting. Under our rules, supervisors should ask the chair for permission to exit the meeting under a point of special privilege.
Thank you, First Vice Chair Shea. Amendment packets were appended to Budget File 24-827 in the County Legislative Information Center as the blue, pink, and green digests for the public who may be following along. And as reflected on the digest, there is no yellow packet. Let's go ahead and let our principals guide our budget deliberations today. And our first order of business is the call of the roll. Mr. Clerk.
Supervisor Alexander.
Present.
Belinsky. Here. Capriolo.
Here.
Cox-Jones.
Here.
Ekblad. Here. Gomez-Tom.
Here.
Johnson Jr. Here. Logsdon.
Present.
Martin.
Present.
Martinez.
Here.
O'Connor.
Present.
Rolland.
Here.
Shea.
Here.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Here.
Vincent.
Present.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
In accordance. 18 members present. We have a quorum.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yep. Thank you, Mr. Clerk. With heavy hearts, we grieve the loss of a true public servant who represented this community. We offer our deepest condolences to his wife, Diana, his children, his parents. Jonathan was a friend to many. He was a compassionate leader for what he believed to be right. He led with warmth and an intense and earnest conviction. He devoted his whole life to the service of others, organizing and legislating for justice, equity, and dignity for all. He holds a legacy that inspires us, and we hope the fruits of his labor carry on. And may his memory be a blessing. So as we say our Pledge of Allegiance today, we dedicate this moment of silence to Jonathan Brostoff. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is presentations by supervisors, followed by the invocation.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. We stand on ancestral ground, and Milwaukee County, on the initiation of this body, recognizes November as Native American Heritage Month. Our ordinance requires that every annual meeting start with an invocation. Our vision for equity and inclusion moves us to amplify Indigenous voices and recognize the inherent sovereignty of Native nations whose individual heritages and vibrant cultural contributions continue to persevere and enrich our communities. So this morning, we are so honored to welcome Kimberly McGeeshick, who is the Executive Director of Native American Tourism of Wisconsin, and Sonia Smith, Treasurer of the Sakagan Chippewa Community Tribal Council. Happy Native American Heritage Month, and thank you so much for being here with us, Executive Director. Thank you. And you can move. Yes. And then that one is here.
Okay. Bonjour, Anin, Minoka Gajab, Nindawe Maganaduk, Anishinaabe Duk, Kimberly McGeeshick, NATOW Executive Director. Betwewe Asanokwe, Indigenous Kaz, Migizi, Nindodem, Sakagani, Nindunjaba. Hello and good morning. My name is Kimberly McGeeshick, and I'm the Native American Tourism, of Wisconsin Executive Director. My Anishinaabe name is Bedwewe Asanokwe, which means "Here you coming a long ways, lady." My grandmother gave me the name. I've just got I get a giggle every time, so I apologize for that. Eagle is my clan, and I'm an enrolled member of the Sakagan Chippewa community, and I reside in Mole Lake, Wisconsin, near Crandon. I would like to take this time to thank the Milwaukee County Board Chairwoman Nicholson for the invitation to join you all this morning at your annual meeting. NATOW is an intertribal consortium that was launched as a statewide initiative in 1994 by GLITSI, which is Great Lakes Intertribal Council. GLITSI is a consortium of federally recognized tribes in Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. The organization was chartered in 1965 as a nonprofit 501c3 and will be celebrating 60 years next year. So keep your eye out for the 60-year celebration. It's going to be big. NATOW's mission is to promote tribal tourism and economic development while highlighting the beauty, diversity, and culture of the 11 federally recognized tribes of Wisconsin. Tourism is the leading industry in tribal economies and plays a critical role in generating employment and revenues that are essential for governmental services for tribes and their members. Today, Native Wisconsin is made up of 11 sovereign tribal nations, including Bad River Band of Lake Superior Chippewa, Forest County Potawatomi, the Ho-Chunk Nation, the Coudray Band of Lake Superior Chippewa, Lac du Flambeau Band of Lake Superior Chippewa, Menominee Nation Tribe of Wisconsin, Mole Lake Band of Lake Superior Chippewa, Oneida Nation, Red Cliff Band of Lake Superior Chippewa, St. Croix Band of Lake Superior Chippewa, and the Stockbridge-Bunsey Band of the Mohican Indians. By expanding our tourism initiatives throughout the state, region, and nation, Wisconsin's tribes are scaffolding their efforts to be self-sufficient and boost their economies. As one of the largest tribal tourism organizations in the country, NATOW has grown to be a recognized force in Wisconsin at gatherings, festivals, and events throughout. Wisconsin tribes continue to enrich tourism throughout the state and recognize the importance of partnerships with the elected leaders, especially those at the local level, like the Milwaukee County Board. In tourism, it is especially beneficial as it builds meaningful relationships in respecting the time and resources of everyone involved. To me, it's a win-win for all of us in Wisconsin. Now it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you one of my tribal council members, Ms. Sonia Smith. She's the current and newly elected Sakagan Chippewa Tribal Treasurer and was newly elected just this past Tuesday. She served our community for 2 years and is now going to serve for another 2 years. I couldn't be more elated to introduce her here, as she grew up here in Milwaukee and moved home to our community a few years back. So with all that, I introduce Ms. Sonia Smith.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sonia Smith. I grew up here in Milwaukee, born and raised my family here, including my grandson, before I moved back to my tribe about 6 years ago. I know she was following me around, zigzagging through Milwaukee. She's like, I love it. You're a Milwaukee driver. You know where you're going. And I'm like, yep, I got this. I got this. I've been probably in all your districts at one point in time. I recently resided over by Saveland Park over there, off of Howard and Howell. I went to school at 78th Street School. I went to Samuel Morris Middle School, and then I went to Milwaukee Tech. Yeah, you went there?
Yeah, I did.
It's a great school. And I just want to do a brief introduction and then a short invocation. Usually our chairman does this, and he'll give you an hour in our language and then an hour to explain what he just said. So, but he's taught me some good cues here. So, first of all, I'll just introduce yourself in my language. In Buju, Nagwe Yabin, Nagwe Yabin, Gichi Gukwe, Indigenous. My name is Little Rainbow in the Sky Lady, and that was given to me by my chairman not too long ago. So I'm thinking it's either a little sign of hope, not sure. But yes, I've been recently elected, and I just want to take a moment. I will say for us to just reflect. And when I do this, I want us to consider what's in our hearts and our minds, to consider everyone that you love, your family, your community, your districts, county, etc. You got a lot of people who put trust into you to represent their voices, and I know you're going to do budgets, and that is not the easiest thing to do. So I just ask for us to take a moment for silence to think about all these important things, and I will pray, and you can think of whoever it is that you pray to, and I will start. Dear Creator, please give us the wisdom to do our jobs that we do every day. That is more than a job. It is, we are all just a little pebble that affects a ripple. And we need to do so with the best intentions in our heart, to even think about the people that you have not yet met, and to do so with the purest intentions, and to bless us to make those decisions here today for all our leaders present here and not, and to enrich our lives, to break barriers, and to be united no matter what our backgrounds are, our races are, our social classes are, and maybe we can all come together for the betterment of all. Amen. Aho.
Amen. Thank you so much for being here. You traveled quite far to be here with us, so we have been invited to future events. So when we receive those details, I'll make sure that I share those out. And all are welcome to come take a photo if you would like to.
It's way out of Norway. My great grandmother, before she passed, had given both my sister and
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is a notice of annual meeting.
All right, we are on file item 1, which is on page 1 of the digest. That is the notice of our annual meeting. Mr. Clerk, can you please read the affidavit?
I, George L. Christensen, being duly sworn on oath, depose and say that I am the county clerk in and for Milwaukee County, Wisconsin. In such capacity, I did on the 21st date of October 2024 prepare a notice of annual meeting that was sent by U.S. mail to each member of the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors. A copy of the notice is attached herein and made a part of this file. In my testimony, my signature and the official seal of the Milwaukee County were fixed on the 21st date of October 2024. Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Vice Chair Shabe moves this be received and placed on file. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The notice of the annual meeting is received and placed on file.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is files referred to standing committees.
Located on page 2 of the digest, there's one item. First, Vice Chair Shabe moves this listing of files be received and placed on file. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The listing of files is received and placed on file.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is correction and approval of the Journal of Proceedings from Monday, October 28th, 2024.
Which is item 3, file number 24-4. Vice Chair Shabe moves these be adopted. All those in favor of adopting the Journal of Proceedings say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The Journal of Proceedings is adopted.
Madam Chairwoman, there is no unfinished business nor reports from county officers. Therefore, the next order of business is adoption of amendments to the 2025 general county budget.
Thank you. Mr. Clerk, could you read item 4, or number 4, the blue digest, number 5, the pink, and number 6, the green, since they're all interrelated? Thank you.
Taking them together, item number 4, file 24-827 from the county executive, providing the 2025 recommended budget. Item 4 is amendments approved by the Committee on Finance and Budget. Item 5 is amendments rejected by the Committee on Finance and Budget for the same file. Item 6 is substitute amendments having fiscal impact. And item 7 is amendments rejected by the Committee on Finance and Budget, and which there are none. So there was no yellow digest. Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. We will begin with amendments in the blue digest. It's color blue for your, yep. Supervisors may request separate action on any of the amendments in the blue digest. The clerk's office has distributed a cheat sheet to support your tracking with this process. The balance of the items not called out for separate action will be considered for approval as recommended by the Finance Committee. There is one amendment in the blue digest with a substitute. I ask for unanimous consent to withdraw Amendment 20 and the pink digest. Hearing no objection. Does any supervisor wish to request separate action on amendments 1 through 19 in the blue digest? Any requests? Supervisor Vincent?
Madam Chairwoman, 2, 4, 12, and 19, please.
Amendments 2, Amendments 4, Amendments 12, and Amendment 19 has been called for separate action. Any other requests for separate action? 2, 4, 12, and 19 have been called out for separate action. Going once, going twice.
Madam
Seeing
Chair.
none, Supervisor Martin? Item 18 has been called for separate action. Supervisor Alexander?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Items 10 and 14.
Items 2, 4, 12, 14, 18, 19 have been called for separate action. Any other requests? Supervisor Logsdon? Item 6 has been called out for separate action.
Madam Chair, did you catch I said item 10 as well?
10 and 12?
10 and 14.
Sorry, 12 has been called out. 14, 10, and 14. 2, 4,
Thank you.
12, 14, 18, 19. I have items 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 18, 19. Items 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 18, 19. Any other requests? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk, we will now vote on the balance of the amendments not called out. Please call the roll.
Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cox Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsden.
Aye.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The balance is adopted. Mr. Clerk?
Separate action, item 2.
Yep, please.
Item 2 of the blue packet, unclaimed money, Parks Fringe Comprehensive.
Does any supervisor wish to be heard on this Amendment 2? Supervisor Vincent?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I'd just like to request unanimous consent to be added as a co-sponsor. Thank you.
Supervisor Vincent asks unanimous consent to be added as a co-sponsor. I'll also add my name with unanimous consent. Supervisor Cox, Gomez Tom. Yeah, okay, great. So I have Vincent, Nicholson, Gomez Tom, Cox Jones. Supervisor Taylor, 5. Any other requests to be heard on this item? Hearing none, Mr. Clerk, the motion is adoption.
Question is adoption of item 2 of the blue packet. Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cox Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsden.
Aye.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor. Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The item has been adopted. Mr. Clerk, item 4.
Item number 4 of the blue packet.
Yes, please.
Right to counsel.
Any requests to speak on this item? Supervisor Vincent?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I again like to request unanimous consent to be added as a co-sponsor.
Thank you. Hearing no objection, Supervisor Cox Jones asks unanimous consent to be added as a co-sponsor. Supervisor Martin? Okay. Hearing no objection, Supervisor Taylor, 5. Okay. Seeing no other requests to speak, Mr. Clerk, on adoption.
Question adoption of item 4 of the blue packet. Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cox Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsden.
Aye.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The item is adopted. Mr. Clerk, 6, please.
Item 6 of the blue packet, the Mitchell Park Domes.
Any requests to speak on this item? Supervisor Logsden.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I would like to be added as a co-sponsor by unanimous consent.
Okay. Supervisor Logsden asked to be added as a co-sponsor. Hearing no objection, so ordered. Any other requests to speak on this item? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, on adoption.
On adoption of item 6 of the blue packet, Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Valinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsdon.
Aye.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye. 18 ayes, 0 noes, the item is adopted. Mr. Clerk, item 10.
Item 10 of the blue packet, juvenile correctional charges, housing funds.
Any requests to speak on item 10? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk?
Question is adoption of item number 10 of the blue packet, Supervisor Alexander.
No.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
No.
Logsdon.
No.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
No.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
I got 14 to 4. 14 ayes, 4 noes.
14 ayes, 4 noes, the item is adopted. Mr. Clerk, item 12.
Item 12 of the blue packet, right to counsel future funding.
Any requests to speak on item 12? Supervisor Vincent?
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Again, I'd like to ask to be added as a co-sponsor. Thank you.
Of course. Supervisor Vincent asked to be added as a co-sponsor. Hearing no objection, so ordered. Supervisor Martinez?
Just like to be added as co-sponsor as well.
Okay. Supervisor Martin? Okay. Hearing no objections, Supervisor Cox Jones? Supervisor Gomez Tom? Yeah. I have Vincent, Martinez, Martin, Cox Jones, and Gomez Tom requesting to be added as co-sponsors. Hearing no objections, so ordered. Any other requests to speak? Okay. Mr. Clerk?
Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsdon.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The item is adopted. Mr. Clerk, Amendment 14.
Item 14 of the blue packet, adjust fleet purchases for MCTS vans.
Any requests to speak on this item? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk?
On adoption, Supervisor Alexander.
No.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsdon.
No.
Martin.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
No.
Vincent.
No?
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye. 14. 14 ayes, 4 noes. The item is adopted. Mr. Clerk, Amendment 18.
Item 18 of the blue packet, domestic violence restraining order support.
How many going to sign up for this one?
I'll ask unanimous consent to be added as a co-sponsor. Seeing no objection, Supervisor Shea, Supervisor Martin. Any other requests to speak or co-sponsorship? Supervisors Nicholson, Shea, and Martin ask consent. Seeing no objection, Cox Jones, O'Connor, was that, did you have your hand? Oh, okay, thank you. Cox Jones, oh, I see you on here already. Okay. Any other requests? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk.
On adoption, Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cox Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsden.
Aye.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The item is adopted. Mr. Clerk, item 19.
Item 19 of the blue packet, Civilian Review Board Report.
Any requests to speak on item 19? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk.
On adoption, Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cox Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsden.
Aye.
Martin. Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The item is adopted. All right. So I think it's, I think with green, it's disposed of because, yeah, so, yeah. Yep. Yep.
So, Madam Chairwoman, with withdrawal of the amendment, the substitute, it's, the pink packet's done, the green has been disposed of as well. I believe we're on to the next item, Madam
Yeah,
Chairwoman.
and we have no yellow digest. So just want to thank our finance chair, our finance vice chair, Supervisors Johnson, Steve Taylor, and committee members, supervisors who weighed in during the finance committee process. Thank you so much for your hard work. This is, in my 9 years, the easiest budget I've ever been a part of. So that's all thanks to your leadership.
Madam Chair, I think you mean the quickest, not the easiest.
Well, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is the special levy for Southeastern Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission, which is item 8.
All right. Wait, are we, okay, wait, no amendments under suspension of the rules? Disposed of, yep. We are on item 8, adoption of the special levy, located on page 5 of the digest. Mr. Clerk?
Item number 8, file number 24-668 from the Southeastern Wisconsin Regional Planning Commission, certifying the property tax levy required in partial support of regional planning in southeastern Wisconsin in calendar year 2025.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. Any discussion? Do I have a motion? Supervisor Gomez-Tom?
I move approval of the following amendment.
Thank you.
Resolution.
Supervisor Gomez-Tom moves adoption of the special levy. Any requests to speak? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk.
Question is adoption. Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez-Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsdon.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. Item 8 has been adopted. Mr. Clerk?
Madam Chairman, the next order of business is amendments offered under suspensions of the rules. Item 9.
We are now item 9, items offered under suspension of the rules. Mr. Clerk, are there amendments being offered under suspension?
I'm aware of none at this moment.
Okay, so hearing none, next order of business.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is Org Unit 1991, adoption of property tax levy as amended.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. We're on item 10, located on page 5 of the digest, adoption of the tax levy. There will be a vote on property taxes as amended. For transparency and clarity, we'll invite our director, Katie, to share with the body and read into record the levy that's being considered and how it compares to the 2025 recommended budget. Mr. Director Katie.
Thank you, Chairwoman. I put some of the numbers on the screen if you can read them, but at this point, the tax levy, based on the changes made by the Committee on Finance and the County Board, is $298,624,927. That represents an increase of 2.47% over the 2024 adopted budget.
Thank you, Director Katie. Any remarks, questions, comments from members? Seeing none, Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
Question is adoption of the property tax levy as amended. Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez-Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsdon.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shea.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. The item is adopted.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is adoption of the budget as amended.
All right, so what we're here for. Item 11, page 6 of the digest, adoption of the budget as amended. Any requests to speak? Mr. Clerk, please call the roll.
The question is adoption of the budget as amended. Supervisor Alexander.
Aye.
Belinsky.
Aye.
Capriolo.
Aye.
Cogs Jones.
Aye.
Ekblad.
Aye.
Gomez-Tom.
Aye.
Johnson Jr.
Aye.
Logsdon.
Aye.
Martin.
Aye.
Martinez.
Aye.
O'Connor.
Aye.
Rolland.
Aye.
Shay.
Aye.
Taylor District 5. Taylor District 17.
Aye.
Vincent.
Aye.
Wasserman. Madam Chairwoman.
Aye.
18 ayes, 0 noes.
18 ayes, 0 noes. We've adopted a budget.
Unanimously.
Mr. Clerk?
Congratulations. Supervisor, Madam Chairman, the next order of business is County Board citations and certificates.
Okay, we are now on item 12, County Board citations and certificates. I have in addition to today's list, a memorial citation for Alderperson Brostoff. So please look out for your co-sponsorship. Any other additions to the County Board citations and certificates list? Okay, Vice Chair Shea moves this be adopted.
Chair.
All those, I'm sorry.
No, that's
So
fine.
I got to
Mr.
move
Corner,
this.
you got to
plan.
move that out the way. It's blocking your peripheral, girlfriend. I just wanted to add a citation for Sunday, November 10th, Diane Hill Missionary Baptist Church, as they will be celebrating Veterans Ministry. Thank you.
Supervisor Gomez-Tom?
And I'll also put together a citation for Alderman Terry Wachowski. He also passed. So I'll be putting that together for co-sponsorship. Thank you.
Any other additions? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor of adopting, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say no. The listing is adopted.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is files not referred to standing committees.
There are no files listed. Vice Chair Shea moves this be received and placed on file. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed say no. The listing of files is received and placed on file.
Madam Chairwoman, the next order of business is announcements and remarks under special privilege, followed by adjournment.
We are now on announcements and remarks under special privilege. The services for Alderperson Brostoff will occur tomorrow, November 8th at 9 a.m. at the UWM Helen Zalasso Center. The family will take calls of condolence from 8 a.m. until the time of service, and again following their service until 11 a.m. The comms department is passing around a card for signature, which we'll frame and present to the family. In keeping with Jewish tradition, we aren't sending flowers to the ceremony, but we have shared out a form of donation through GoFundMe, and also the community has coordinated a meal train for Diana and the family. And the cemetery ceremony will be held at Beth Hamdrash Hageldale Cemetery at 134 South Dana Court in Milwaukee. Finance Chair Johnson.
Chairwoman Nicholson, where is the service to be held?
The UWM Helen Zalasso Center, that's at 2419 East Kenwood Boulevard. Yes, if it hasn't been sent out yet, we will send out the information via
And that
email.
will be at 9 a.m.? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
9 a.m. Calls of condolence from 8 a.m. until 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. and 9 a.m. until 11 a.m., which then we'll head to the cemetery.
Chairwoman Nicholson,
Yes.
I would like to speak under special privilege.
You have the floor.
Having known the former alderman, former state representative, and former member of the county board staff under former supervisor Chris Larson, I know him as a good man. I knew him or know him as a good man, somebody who was deeply, deeply concerned about other people. My condolences to his wife Diana and to the small children, the young children. Again, for what was happening with him. It was what it was, and God knows what that's about. But nevertheless, again, I remember him as the good, great person that he was, because he was concerned about other people. It wasn't about me. It wasn't about what I'm about, except to serve other people. So God bless him for that, having that attitude, and God bless him for showing such. Thank you very much, Chairwoman
Thank you,
Nichols.
Supervisor. Any other remarks? SR Supervisor Taylor 5, followed by Supervisor Wasserman.
Thank you, Chairwoman. Trying not to speak. I won't speak on that, just really close to him. I actually wanted to thank my colleagues. We had a chance to go to repairs of the breach. And if you guys don't know, it's the only daytime center for individuals that are homeless. Just reaching out, being able to go there and see that the work that they do. If you have not been to repairs of the breach, I adjourn you to go there, just spend a little time there. They take people from all different walks of life. It's a place where they can come, be safe, be warm, get a meal. Me and some of the other supervisors did take up a collection of things to take over there, such as hygienes, Band-Aids, aids, and things of that nature. If you would like to, you absolutely do not have to. If you would like to donate, please do. Even socks with the weather changing. A lot of them don't have shoes that should be worn in the winter, so they also have a shoe drive. Marquette comes and helps them with hygiene, dental, but all of this is volunteer work. They don't have like a lot of money or grants that they get for that. So once again, thank you to all of the supervisors that came and helped out. I often feel as us being elected, we are servants of our community. And as the county board, a lot of times people don't know who we are or what we do, but I consider us the social services of government. And so we have talked and decided, like, if you would like to be part of this, each month we'll go into a different supervisor's district and do some type of volunteering or giving back. It's of your choosing. Just let us know. We'll be sending around an email. Thank you for that. Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Been trying not to say nothing about Jonathan. Definitely, he was more than just a colleague to me. We consider ourselves family, each other's kids, birthday parties, homes, holidays. Absolutely talked to his wife today, and for people that want to send your condolences, she would rather his life be celebrated than mourned, is her words to me, and that it will be a celebration tomorrow, not a funeral. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Supervisor Wasserman, followed by Supervisor Ekblad.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I am good friends with Jonathan, and Jonathan and I we represent the same district. I was the one who encouraged him to run for the state legislature. You should run for it. This is your one opportunity. Make it happen. Seize the moment. If you want to do this, this is your chance, because in politics, it's all about that timing. And as we all know how we got here, it's about timing. This was his time. And he kind of looked at me when I said this. Look at this. Do you want to do this or not? And we were on the east side at the Knickerbocker, the Nick at the restaurant, and I saw him, all of a sudden his eyes lit up. And his dad was there, and there was a whole group of us on a Monday night crowd. And he goes, I'm thinking about this. I want to do this. So I saw the spark of the political campaign that started, but he's a good guy. And I think his death, I think there's a couple things we have to learn from it, is friendships matter. That when we're friends, we stay friends. That we might fight over political ideology, we might fight over political stances, but you have to still be friends with them. You can't abandon your friends. You can't. They have a different viewpoint than you do. We have a fundamental thing, but we still can't abandon them. A case in point is right in front of me. Juan Miguel Martinez has a flag I personally do not like, but guess what? He's my friend. He's my friend, and I'm not going to isolate him. I'm not going to just dump him. Oh, we can't be friends. Those are ideologies. Those are thought processes. We have different views. We took votes today. Everything went really well, but you have to move on. We're all human beings. We all come with wants and needs and ideas. Let's look at the greater good of an individual. Look at everybody has something in them that's solid, but don't ever isolate them. Oh, I can't be your friend. It's the same stuff we learn as children. Sticks and stones, they break your bones, but words will not hurt. That's not true. You isolate a friend, what do you think they're going to do? You never know when you get that phone call that says they're dead. What are you going to do? Your job is to reach out. Even if you disagree with things, nothing is more important than a human being's life. Remember that. And if it gets that bad, you get help. Reach out and help. You never have to commit suicide. You never have to get a gun. You don't have to plan out your execution. You have family and friends behind you. Get help. It's not that, and it's hard to because you get that mindset, you get narrow-minded. But everyone goes through dark times in life. But there's light out there. Get help. And if you need help, you can call me. You got my phone numbers, you got my cell phones, my office, I'm not there all the time, but get me. I'll help you. Everyone. Juan's one of my friends, he can call me, anybody. But reach out. And I think that's the one thing we can remember for Jonathan. If we reach out, we help others, and don't isolate your friends. And even your non-friends, reach out to them. You don't have to be best friends, but they're human beings. You treat them kindly. Thank you.
Supervisor Ekblad.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I don't often offer remarks at this stage of a meeting, so I appreciate my colleagues' patience with a few reflections. First, I want to express how proud I am of the work we've accomplished today. I am especially proud of how many of our amendments have prioritized the severe housing crisis facing Milwaukee County. Not just right to counsel, but the FAST Fund, $500,000 in flexible spending for homeless outreach. All of these are upstream efforts that will immediately and positively impact the quality of life in Milwaukee County. It's not just individual policies that I want to celebrate. Given the political environment of the past week, I think it's important to point out how this work was achieved. While this board may be one of the most progressive Milwaukee has seen in quite some time, it was arguably our most conservative colleague who led the negotiations on the super amendment. And I want to thank my colleague from the 17th and you, Madam Chair, for your leadership. I want to thank you for demonstrating that how we practice our politics is often even more important than the individual policies we're pursuing. And demonstrating that belief was even more important this week than ever, not just because of our free and fair presidential election, but because we tragically lost a champion for those values in Jonathan Brostoff. There are individuals in this hall who worked with Jonathan longer than I did, far longer. Over the last 18 months, though, Jonathan became a close friend and confidant as we organized together not just over campaigns, but for policies. In fact, he was the first elected official that I called when I considered running, and it was his support that was decisive in me deciding to file my candidacy. Throughout that campaign, Jonathan consistently affirmed that true public service requires us to reach out to those we disagree with. It requires us to avoid personal attacks, even while sometimes enduring them ourselves. He always emphasized the importance of keeping doors open and not letting heedless rhetoric muddy a message that could otherwise be clear and righteous. I watched close up as Jonathan lived those values. Even as he weathered slings and arrows from what I consider darker corners of social media and the blogosphere, some of those thrown by folks he had once considered friends, Jonathan continued to live the example of someone who could work closely with former campaign opponents, someone who could work with anyone to make a street safer, and someone who always had advice in an ear for someone 5 years his junior, trying to navigate being a first-time candidate. Colleagues, I want to affirm not just the work we accomplished today, but how that work was done and the leadership that made that work possible. And in this political environment, I would like to say for the record that anyone who practices politics by demonizing opponents can find me here continuing this work. Anyone who practices politics by publicly ostracizing folks over perceived ideological impurity can find me here doing this work. And I will be here not just for my community, not just for my children, but to continue the example of my friend Jonathan Brostoff. And I'm grateful to my colleagues for sharing in this labor and in those values. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Supervisor Martinez, followed by Supervisor Shea, Belinsky, Vincent, and Capriolo.
I'm going to keep it quick, and I'm going to just try to keep it funny because I don't want to break down. A very great memory I have of John is we went to a party, and some guy made the mistake of telling him what a great book The Fountainhead was. And John started clapping his hands and shouting, and that was John encapsulated is he was never afraid to take on guys twice his size. And almost everybody was twice John's size. But ever since I met him, he always took on people that were bigger. He always fought the fight. And he came at a time that was especially hard for me. I met him when I was in 9th grade, and he taught me that it was good to care. He taught me it was good to be yourself. And throughout the years, we remained friends. We never lost touch. And it's nothing but great memories I have with John Brostoff. And in the last year, reflecting on what Sheldon and Jack were saying, I never lost touch with him, and I explained to him my position on what I did as far as the resolution that we had passed. And I had a very earnest and frank conversation with him, and I listened to him, and we listened to each other, and we decided it was okay what I was doing. And we kept staying friends. And we talked almost every week. We talked about everything. We talked about small stuff. We talked about the big stuff. We constantly quoted movies at each other. We texted each other with moments that were just great. And then when I had left after high school to Mexico, he took it upon himself to help my younger brother, who at the time, our parents were kind of not in the greatest headspaces and not really around. And John picked him up, and he would drive him around. And I just thank him for everything he's done, not only as a elected official and as a person that has raised the bar for what public service is, but just as a friend, because he was my good friend and a lifelong friend.
Supervisor Shea.
Thank you, Madam Chair. When I was first elected to this body, of all the congratulations I got from various people throughout the community, and I got a lot of them, my favorite was from Jonathan Brostoff. I ran into him a couple of nights after I was elected, and he literally ran across the room and yelled, "Way to go, Steve!" He then used some language so colorful I will not repeat it in this hallowed hall. But I must say, the enthusiasm and genuineness of his congratulation has always stayed with me. There's a lot I could say about Jonathan, and in keeping with his wife's wishes, I believe we should be celebrating his life more than mourning his passing. He was a good guy. That's all I can say. I will also say, on a more business matter, funding for mental health is literally a matter of life and death. For every person we see who clearly has mental health issues, and there's a pretty fair number of those out there, there's probably 10 or 20 who are suffering silently with similar challenges. This body needs to make sure, our mental health, Milwaukee County mental health services are funded. We can't prevent all tragedies, but We can do what we can do. Also, for Supervisor Wasserman, he said, anyone can call him up and listen. Well, a very good friend of mine told me just the other day that he is her physician, which I did not know. And she said he's her favorite physician because he actually listens. Some people in his profession, not so good at listening. No names need be mentioned, but Dr. Sheldon Wasserman does listen. So I was so very happy to hear that, and I thought that was worth passing along. I yield.
Supervisor Belinsky.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Going with the theme of celebration, I was at a celebration about 12 years ago with Jonathan at my friend Ben's house. And Jonathan, he was always someone who saw possibilities where other people saw impossibilities, right? He was able to imagine a future that did not yet exist. In this case, he was determined to have a bonfire at Ben's house, Ben's parents' house. There was no fire pit at that house. But by the end of that party, there was a fire pit that he had dug at that house. And here I was going with him, going through the alleys on the near south side, scrounging for pieces of wood that people had left behind and fallen tree branches from the previous storm. And, by God, we had that bonfire by the end of the night. So that's, one of my best memories, I guess I wanted to share. In the spirit of celebration, to truly celebrate the life of a public servant, or a person, a friend like Jonathan, we need to look at what he was fighting hardest for when he was alive. And, 5 years ago, Robin Voss appointed him to the Speaker's Task Force on Suicide Prevention at the state. And at one of those hearings, Jonathan called for three things: the expansion of universal background checks, 48-hour waiting periods reinstated for purchases of handguns, and for red flag laws. None of those currently exist in Wisconsin. And so in that spirit of seeing a future that does not yet exist, I would hope everyone in this body, anyone who knew him, would help work these next 2 years to get as much of those passed as we can, particularly red flag laws, being that that was actually a bipartisan bill last session by, Republicans, sponsored by none other than my former nemesis, Bob Donovan. So, I think we need to find ways to work together and we can, but gun violence, gun reform has to be part of that discussion.
Supervisor Vincent.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Want to start with just something regarding the Youth Commission that took place last night. You should all be happy to know that there are a number of individuals that are running for 10 open seats right now. There were 17 candidates that came before the Youth Commission Committee on Governance last night. You would be so impressed to see the level of leadership that these young individuals are bringing. I wish every single one of them would be able to get a seat on the Youth Commission. But I'm here today to just share that our youth really inspire me for what's going to be best for our future. I want to thank Supervisor Capriolo for organizing our county board along with the Youth Commission this last Saturday to go and welcome back our nation's heroes at the honor flight, the two final honor flights of the season. It was an extremely powerful moment, and for us to work side by side with our youth, showing the care and dedication that should go into supporting those people that have done so much for our country. So I just wanted to mention that. I also want to mention that Supervisor O'Connor has brought up an event that's coming up soon. It's on November 17th at 4 p.m. at Marquette University. I welcome all of you to try to attend it, maybe even to reach out to your youth commissioner to see if they're going to be attending and to maybe attend with them. It's called One Thing I Wish You Knew. It is about suicide prevention for our youth. And as many of you know, mental health is a very close, near and dear to my heart. I knew Jonathan myself from some activism that I've done over the years. Wasn't as close as friends as some of you spoke today, but do know that his heart was there in all the right places, advocating for individuals that many times are at their lowest point. It is very unfortunate that he was alone at his final moment. And in memory of him, I continue and will continue to advocate for mental health services. As someone that has recently been under attack, I just want to say that there's no place for people to put down individuals who put themselves out there. I'm going to share a Teddy Roosevelt quote that many of you have probably heard before. It was shared with me by a friend and colleague, and I'm going to invite people to go to their place of business afterwards today, the Explorium 3rd Ward, if you want. She gave this to me because we were talking just about how difficult it can be for all of us at times to serve and to have people understand that it's coming from the bottom of our hearts. It's not from a place of stepping on people or trying to get ahead. So I'm going to share this quote. You maybe have heard it. It's called The Arena by Teddy Roosevelt. It is not the critic who counts. It's not the man who points out how the strong man stumbles or where the doer of deeds could have done them better. I got to put my glasses on, I'm sorry. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, who knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither know victory nor defeat. And to that, I just want to end and say that I appreciate those members on the board who have been there for me over the past couple weeks, but please do reach out to those that are in your lives that need your support. And I will continue to fight for the cause as well. Jonathan's memory will live on in all of us. Thank you.
Capriolo?
Just a few things. First of all, I do want to thank everyone who came out to the airport with me. We had 8 supervisors, 6 youth commissioners, plus our OEM director. Liebel was there with her son, and leadership from the airport was also there. It was an incredible experience and one that I'm absolutely prepared to offer up again and organize. So we will look at, they do it 6 times a year. So we'll look at a future date going forward. And obviously, you can do this without me anytime you want as well, but doing it with my colleagues was really special. I want to thank Supervisor Sequana Taylor for inviting us out to repairs of the breach and following up with a text because that's what got me there. And I encourage everyone to go ahead and start thinking about something in your district or not in your district, a favorite charity that you would like us to participate in, and I would love to be invited, so let's definitely do that. And then finally, I'm a crier. I want to echo what you said, Supervisor Wasserman. My door is open. Our house is open. My ears are here for you. I didn't know Jonathan, and I'm sitting here just crying. Suicide has greatly affected my life. So I shed these tears for everyone who loved him. Thank you.
Did I see you, Supervisor Taylor? Okay. Any other remarks? Supervisor Logsdon?
Thank you, Chairwoman. Sorry, get my thoughts here. I did not know Jonathan. I didn't have the privilege that everybody else here. I was at similar parties. I knew who he was, but personally did not know him. And I just want to thank my fellow supervisors that shared their stories. And I want to add this. Many of us now, after something has happened, are coming with, call me, listen to me, whatever. I'm going to share this. I know people that have reached out to you with issues in the past, and nobody listens. I think we need to change that. It took a tragedy for all of us to stand here and say, call me, I'll listen to you. When we see somebody getting bullied, when we see this happening, we have to do something about it and not worry about what they're going to think of you. So I encourage any of you, when you see somebody that is hurting for whatever reason, it's just not necessary for anybody to have to go through, and I'm going to say it, to go through hell in silence as they're not, if they're being mistreated. So let's all think about this in our lives. Let's think about what's happening. Let's think about the people that are getting bullied, and we need to stop it. And we need to when we offer help, let's be serious about it and help that person. Thank you, everyone that came out and did say you're there for these people, because I know several people that are hurting. Thank you.
Supervisor Johnson, followed by Cox Jones.
Thank you, Chairwoman Nicholson. I don't particularly remember the politics of former Alderman or Alderman Terry Witkowski, but I do know that in seeing him, he was always amiable, he was always respectful, and that much I do know with respect to my encounters with him. So my condolences to his family, my condolences to the members of the Common Council, and to the staff that served him, and for those who were around him. Because, as I said, I don't remember his politics, but I do remember that he was a kind, respectful individual. That much I do know over the many years that I have known of him. So I just wanted to say that, given I believe that it was Supervisor Logsdon who mentioned the fact that he just recently passed. Thank you very much, Chairwoman Nicholson.
Thank you, Supervisor Johnson. Supervisor Cox Jones.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I just wanted to share on my heart a story that I have had with Alderman Brostoff, and that was, if my single, because I had a hit single back in 2012, it was called Vote PCJ or No Way. Alderman Brostoff always greeted me with Vote PCJ or No Way. Every single time. I don't care where we were, if it was a professional setting, if it was, if we were at a coffee shop or whatever the case was. And when I got the news of what took place, the first thing that came to mind was like, dang, I'm never going to be able to hear the enthusiasm and the joy that was shared with me from him. And I think that if I were to ever perform that track, he would definitely be my hype man, for sure. And so I just wanted to share that mental health is real. And we as elected officials and public servants, we're everyday people. We go through the same things that our neighbors go through, that our constituents go through, that whom we represent. So like Supervisor Wasserman said, check on your people. A simple text, a simple phone call, a simple voicemail, whatever the case may be, do your due diligence, because we never know what folks are going through. And I just wanted to share that memory that I had with former Alderman Brostoff, and that I don't think I'll ever be greeted like that by anyone else, you know? So Yeah, just wanted to share that. Thank you.
Supervisor Rowland.
All right, I'm going to try to end on a happy note. Right, life goes on. It's terrible. We're all going to miss Jonathan. There's good news out there. And I just want to raise up some things that George shared with me this morning about his youngest son, Bennett, who graduated from Air Force basic training. So congratulations to Bennett. His middle son received his white coat from the Palmer College of Chiropractic, so congratulations to him. And his oldest son and his wife are expecting their second, so congratulations. A lot of exciting things going on with the Christensen family, so just want to end on a happy note. Thank you.
You know, my back been feeling a little tight. Any other announcements or remarks? Hearing none. On the election. Oh, Lord. This is what I will say. Our election officials are so central to transparent, free and fair elections. So Clerk Christensen, your election commission staff, all those who played a role in getting those ballots counted, thank you so much. You really do put your life on the line for us, so thank you.
Thank you for the indulgence, Madam Chairman, members. I really appreciate that. It does mean a lot. And I just want to recognize my staff who spent so many hours. We did not leave the courthouse until 10 a.m. on Wednesday. Because, we have to stay there until all of the municipalities get in their results to us. And one municipality had some struggles getting that in. It took them a long time. And so some of my staff had not slept for 30 hours, or more. So they're the ones I really want to call out and appreciate because that's what happened, that's how it goes. And as far as Milwaukee County, I think it's important just to let all of you know that Milwaukee County, for its part, had a very smooth and successful election. There were no hiccups at the county level whatsoever. It was very quiet. It was very peaceful. We had a lot of press from across the country and the world, here in our building, and and they were very proud of the work that the county did. So thank you to all of you as well for your work.
And I'll just say, regardless of the outcome, our roles as local elected officials are to deliver. And the people will continue to depend on us to deliver critical services that they need to thrive in their communities. So I look forward to working with all of you hand in hand to make sure we can continue to do that. So with that, First Vice Chair on adjournment.
Vice Chairman Shea says, I move adjournment to Thursday, November 14th, 2024 at 1:30 p.m. for the next meeting of the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors. Should that veto session not be necessary, I move adjournment to Thursday, December 19th, 2024 at 12 p.m. for the next meeting of the Milwaukee County Board of Supervisors.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. The meeting is adjourned.